the death penalty. They can federally, but they don't typically do that. So, I mean, he is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. There's no way that he is getting out. He will spend it in a federal institution. And, you know, essentially he's on the younger side. And so really the rest of his natural life is going to be decades.
Walder says if you find yourself in a situation like Fetter's, there could be things to keep an eye out for. We talked a bit about warning signs, how Jamie's friends and family may have said something's off in this relationship, but it didn't seem that she personally may have caught on to any of these warning signs or perhaps ignored them. So if somebody is watching this and they're going through a relationship, is there any sort of red flags or warning signs people should keep an eye out for?
I mean, look, I think anyone that is trying to elicit extreme control over you, your movements, your whereabouts, the things you're doing, I think is a red flag. But I think the problem is we genuinely love these people. And so then it becomes really, really difficult for victims to separate themselves. And I don't want to blame any victim in this situation because they are not. They shouldn't take any of that blame at all. The blame lies completely with the suspect for doing this to them. But I do want to caution people, emotional abuse, physical abuse is never okay. But I think the biggest warning sign to start looking out for is extreme control.
As part of Chapman's confession, he admitted that he killed Fetter for financial reasons. After his conviction, his team appealed, asking for another trial, but that was denied back in June. Reporting for Long Crime, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Began laying out the state's case this morning.
This case, of course, gained international attention when it happened.
The interest in this story was immediate, it was intense, and it was sustained.
It occurred to me what this case is really about. It is about a mother's worst nightmare.
State police were desperate to find missing mother of five, Jennifer Dulos.
I'm Tony Aiello. I'm a reporter with CBS News, New York. It was May 24th, 2019. Jennifer Farber Dulos disappeared from her home in New Canaan, Connecticut.
Every script has 3 acts, doesn't it? The first act was the premeditation and killing of Jennifer Dulos.
Was there a particular area of the house that you focused on?
The garage was of importance.
Blood-like substance, blood spatter throughout the garage.
There's some back here too.
Where's Jennifer Dulos? To this day, that question can't be answered.
You know, then obviously you learn that she's going through a contentious divorce.
Fotis Dulos, by all accounts, very charming, athletic. I mean, they made a beautiful couple.
She told me he is having an affair, and I have proof.
Where is she? Where is she?
Investigators taking a close look at her estranged husband, Fotis Dulos.
In January of 2020, he's charged with murder.
Fotis, what do you have to say to this murder charge?
At exactly the time Fotis Dulos was due in court, officers were seen running into his Connecticut man reportedly attempted suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning.
Fotis Dulos was declared dead tonight.
The investigation did not die with Fotis Dulos.
Police believe Michelle Troconis helped her boyfriend, Fotis Dulos, get rid of his wife. She's now charged with conspiracy in the murder of Jennifer Dulos.
You gonna do the right thing, Michelle, and help the cops?
The second act was the cover-up through the destruction of evidence and the defendant's lies.
Why did you tell us things that you knew were false?
I was in shock. I was nervous.
They threatened her. They scared her. They lied to her.
Prosecutors say they'll prove Michelle Troconis conspired in the crime and helped Fotis Dulos dispose of evidence.
The evening that his estranged wife, Jennifer, disappeared. You see Fotis Dulos putting black garbage bags into the trash can.
Michelle did not know what Fotis Dulos was up to.
She was in love. Because at the beginning, he was this amazing guy, but it turns out he was this monster.
Never been on a jury, didn't know what to expect. And when I saw Jennifer's bloody shirt, it really had an impact.
This defendant hated Jennifer Dulos.
sisters, but my sister's not the right answer.
She's another victim of Fotis Dulos.
And now we've reached the third act.